I'm here say, hear me now. This is a soul fire production. Soul fire production. Soul fire production. Welcome to another episode of Prisoner's Voice Jamaica. Greetings to the Most High, the Holy Spirit, and greetings to my subscriber, and greetings to all new viewers. If you are viewing for the first time, please subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell now so that when we upload a video, it's there to get it. Once you get it, watch it and like it and share it. Please don't skip the ads. Watch out the ads. Alright? So we're there again. I'm glad for there again. Yeah. Big up from down my yard. Yeah, from Jamaica. My viewers, Jamaica nice, you know. Take a vacation and come. I tell you, when you come here, you're gonna love it. Come yam some Jamaican food. Yeah, the ackee and saltfish, the dumpling. Yo, rice and peas, the pork, the jerk pork, the fish. And where I tell me, say, man, look here, man, forward and come, man. Now go enjoy myself. Remember me telling you that. So, it a come from Prisoners Voice Jamaica. And them thing they will promote. And you hear me? Advise to the man them even down so. Because it's when we're down there, we always think positive. We ever think objectively for ourselves, family, and even the victim's family and our country. Because we know the error we make now. We know the damage we create. Alright? So we always think positive for our country. So when we speak for all 4,000 of them too. Yeah, man, because right now them they support and I say, oh, you mean you invite them, make them come for your vacation. Yes, so big up on yourself. Greetings from your Jamaica. Bless. And big up to my YouTube partnership. Yeah, man, greetings from Jamaica. Thank you for the opportunity. Big up on yourself. I love you now. So, I heard the plight of the man and woman with the behind bars. I heard the plight to embark more upon correctional officer. Look here, yeah. There are so many to talk about on correctional officer, especially there's so many negative. But me not really want it look like me want speak on basically on the negative as if I only want to show that I use the channel for this. No. I would like some correctional officer to know, say, listen, if you never want history to create, why do it? Why allow others who has a peers of eyes and a peers of ears see and hear the things want to do? I expect nobody to talk about it. Someone has to talk about it. I am speaking about it. It is my experience I'm sharing. So, don't try to tell me or say why me talk or speak on correctional officers. Correctional officer is the key factor of this. As I said, that a correctional officer is an important career. I give credit to that, and they should be paid to the fullness. Okay? So, I'm not here to bash any correctional officer. I'm here to share the experience that I have gone through to my viewers. And As I said, I've heard the plight of the man and woman behind bars asking me to emphasize more on the bad side of the correctional officer. Remember this, when I talk, so when you enter the prison, you enter the prison as a body. That is the first thing them tell you. So basically, I look at it like this. Oh, a body has no feelings, has no integrity, nor dignity, has no emotion. So therefore you treat it like a mannequin. And that is basically what happened inside of the institutions. Now, if you don't know your rights as an inmate, as I keep emphasizing, you're going to be physically and verbally abused. And that is why I encourage your inmates, please read, study, get the Correctional Act, read it. When you speak, speak from the act. Okay? Don't let nobody intimidate you. If you have an issue with them, you like what me tell them, write to Parliament. Ask them why you sit for days, weeks possible, to try farm a bill, and the correctional officers on the other side would say that it's not parliament-run prison. A deputy commissioner tell me that. It's not a parliament-run prison. And the deputy commissioner stick me up and say, hey, me dep on the parole board, you know. And I tell you, at this so, I have to compromise my principle, accept, and righteousness to put forward to me, for me agree with. It was put to me before I give you a clean slate. Yeah? Do you accept the terms when you go Rome, you do what the Romans do? And my response was, what if the Romans are doing wrong if you do it? And the person repeated the statement. And I hold out. I hold out as long as I can. I said, I can't do that because it would be wrong. Until the person said, listen, I see I apply for parole, you know. And I'm a member of the parole board. That is another bad side of a correctional officer. That is really, really, really bad. For a deputy commissioner to force me to accept something that was wrong. Compromise my position. I will never forget that. That is what rehabilitation seems to be to that person. To get inmate to accept something beyond their principle and get them to accept something that is not in law with the Correctional Act and that is not moral. That is exactly what is happening inside the prison. Also, that need to be stopped. You can't empower inmates or rehabilitate inmates or reform inmates and threaten them, provoke them, tell lie upon them, beat them up. I let them beat. I don't talk about the beating as yet. But it may I go address now. Yes. But how me I go start it? I go start it like this. You see that little chain thing there where you see in a correctional officer uniform we enter the pocket. It's a whistle beyond that chain. Every correctional officer should wear one. It's a part of their uniform. Now that whistle, I believe, is to protect them or seek help. If they are in trouble, other correctional officers in danger, other inmates in danger, or if there is any other negative activity in the prison that the officer need assistance with. No. If you're an officer in a contention and you see him take out that whistle to blow it, run. You see, if you don't run, a school or a swamp or a sea of correctional officer just zoom down to where the whistle blow. Now that whistle is so loud, you know, man. When this whistle blow, you know, it echo almost on the wall. Everywhere in the prison they hear it. I remember one time an officer saw an inmate phone. And the officer said, grab his phone and dodge it. And the officer said, give me your phone. He said, get what? So the officer draw him whistle. And the inmate now running out. the inmate grab the whistle for it reach his mouth. Yeah, man. And like say, what I do? You can't blow this, give me this. Whop and pop it and punch him up. So I no support no violence against inmate, and I no support no violence against officer. And make that be clear. So if you stand up, or if the officer hold you, and the rest of the officer them come down, and if beaten, them fi apply their baton on you. Remember me tell you, man, and on 1 or 2 or 3, me I tell you say officer zoom down so. When you hear, I me tell you this, is when you hear say officer get injured, and the inmate injured them. Officer beat inmate and him get licking eye beaten. Me witness the officer hand broke and finger broke during incident like those. And when them a come and a beat, them a beat without mercy. Them a beat with force. Them a lick you all about in your head. That's why you see most man rest a prison, you know. Them rest ease the cushion of battling. Not saying them a do something to get beaten, you know, because me never do nothing and me get back lick, you know. Yeah, man, me get a back lick in my chest. Boom! Yeah. If you want that plate, me can't. One back lick, me get me say, see that plate there. Send them feet. When the man come and the man say me if you take lick feet. Yeah, man, couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. So when the officer them come down and a beat you, man, remember them a beat you without mercy, without love, without passion. Them a give it to you. And you know, get only baton. You get kick. When you're up on the floor, you get the boot, water boot. Yeah, okay. You see the officer. Who remember the officer that shoot his wife and then shot himself? Yeah. That officer when him ready, man, he put him foot in a prisoner face. The big heavy boot, the man. Now them something enough for go on. It not supposed to go on. But it take place. And when it take place, you will hear say the inmate attack the officer and them have to restrain him. Well, that is a lie, and as me tell you, consistent lie of these correction officers make them look so bad. Yeah, man. This officer is a friend, and he put it this way, my boss. He's in charge of me when I was in the prison. And my girlfriend can able to come tell me. I didn't know who was it. But she visited me and told me that officer say him know me. I'm an idiot boy. And how she fear come and visit prisoner while better man out here and introduce her to other correctional officer. How I get to know is which correctional officer is when there was a family there. And she said, see the officer there will tell me. Me say, him? She say, me say, you sure of him? She say, yes. God. So me say, alright, anytime you come to you again, tell them say, you have to ask me first if she can give them her number. Because one, them don't want she tell me that. I see when she tell me get so boom, and me I put a charge against them. I'm not supposed to in any dealing with my visitor unless authorized by the superintendent. Who authorizes correctional officer to interact with our visitors? They even claim to our visitors that they are the one protecting us, are protecting the visitors' loved one, just to get close to the visitor. Yeah, some of them do it to hurt the prisoner, some of them do it for money, some of them do it for sex. Some of them even tell your visitor that other woman come in to visit you. Some of them do it directly and some of them do it indirectly. Some of them tell them straight up and some of them say, listen, I know you visit him this morning. I know you visit him last week. Oh, you can't get no visit. Because somebody visit him already. That is how terrible most of these correctional officers are. And if you make a report to the superintendent, if you are not wise, the superintendent become a defendant for the officer instead of become an adjudicator to adjudicate the matter and act fairly. No, they don't act fairly. They don't. Yeah, bias. Cronyism take place. And that can't right. That can't right for rehabilitation. That can't right for reform. Beating can't right, say, for use as a reformation towards inmate. It can't be. Person who you supervise a feeling and emotion, they can't just sit down and take lies and provocation like that and say, try it's normal. No. I mean, I use this opportunity if it's a correctional officer, the Department of Correctional Service, come on, do better. Do better. So, I could go back on a case of a beating. My first case of witnessing a stabbing and a beating and how it turns out under the same topic, correctional officer, and about some correctional officer that are more feared than some. Yes, you have inmates feared some correctional officer more than some. Some will say, "Chow, idiot that." Some will say, "No man, I did something good and me sniff it out." Some will say, "No, no, no, yo, him no fi walk with Batney. Him can't make him beat you." We hear all different sort of things. And this took place when I was on remand. I saw this inmate having a bath and the next inmate come and rush him and give him 2 stab. When he gave him the 2 stab, him throw the knife upstairs. An inmate grab it and move so fast with it. The inmate ran to the officers, the whistleblower, point out the inmate. The inmate start to get beaten left, right, center. Where you stab, the question I ask you, where you stab the inmate for? Where the knife? I know me stab him, I know me stab him. Me no have no knife. No. What surprised me, remember my first witness. Remember, at the first beating and stabbing me a witness in a prison. Now, it's him do the stabbing and him throw the knife. And the man I get beaten from about 30 officers. And the man I say I know him. And the man I say no knife. I mean I say this man I know easy. The man rather take the beating. Until when me hear an inmate's voice say, Rotted, let us use this alias car. Rotted, see Kiara come here. So when me look, me see the inmate, me not even penetrate see Kiara come. When me look, me see the inmate, they have fluke grung in on him and look when him a take the lick. If you see, to confirm when him here. So me look, and me see this officer coming, and when the officer come, he was saying some things. Couldn't hear. But his voice was so high in pitch. Then, all of a sudden, me see the inmate say, yeah, yeah, mate. Like him, I say, Paul, me give the knife. He said, hold on, you know. Me draw back and me say, hold on. 30 officer beat you. You know, give up. One officer come, you get, no, me need to know more about this. What happened here, so? And I when me lock down, me ask the man say, hear me. You see that officer there? Don't make him lick you. If him lick you 3 times and you stand up, give God thanks. Or you living, give God thanks. When him a lick from head go down. Not from foot come up. They say the super fit beg him not to walk with back. I mean, I tell you, during the time of prison, 21 years going through, me and this officer become friend. And remind my story, me laugh. Every time I see him, we talk about it, we laugh. So me keep asking him, who is him so? But, yeah, hear me? Very decent gentleman, yeah, if you get to know him. But me I tell you, a terrible piece of officer, man. Terrible, man. No get him on him wrong side. No get him on him wrong side. And me see why the inmate say, yeah, hear me? Paul Miggy. Not ready to get no lick from the water there. So, thanks again for watching.
I mean, hear me now. This is a soul